On behalf of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we welcome you all for this exclusive awareness and importance of lake rejuvenation by none other than the Lakeman of India, Mr. Anand Malligavad, who is the lake conservationist. Welcome, Mr. Anand, and on behalf of BCIC, we express our sincere thanks to you for accepting our invitation to address at this session. The session is organized under the aegis of the CSR and Societal Branding Expert Committee, chaired by Mr. G.V. Rao, who is the Director CSR at Volvo Group India, and co-chaired by Richa Sarna, who is the co-founder of Teksands. The Chamber acknowledges the support of our member organization, Messrs. Brigade, Bueller, Continental, Fundamax, IAMPL, MTR, Ramaya Institute of Management, SDMIMD, Sona Group of Companies, TVS Motor, and Vishwas for their immense support in the activities of the Chamber. Sir, I'm happy to share that Mr. Anand knows about the activities of the BCIC. He was part of the Chamber and was an esteemed member in our Infrastructure Expert Committee. And happy to share that around 4 years back, he had addressed the members over 2 sessions on the lake conservation. It is very nice to connect to him once again. And now I would request Mr. G.V. Rao, the chairman of the expert committee, to introduce Mr. Anand and set the context. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. So very good afternoon to all. And thanks, Rupa. Thanks for giving the brief about the chamber. And I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Anand Malligavad, as Rupa has rightly mentioned, the Lakeman of India. And many of the participants today might have seen some of these viral videos of the lake conservation. It is a very apt and very interesting and relevant topic for today, because with the ongoing water crisis, which is happening across, of course, Bangalore in general, but Bangalore in particular, but in general across happening in many parts of our country. And with the global climate change happening, and with the changing weather patterns, including the erratic rainfalls and all, and with the increasing temperatures, I think it becomes much more important that lake rejuvenation plays a very crucial role in addressing the water crisis by also serving as natural reservoirs, which, as we always see them as, for both storing as well as replenishing the water. And the restoring of these lakes is very important. And as we all know that with the presence of the lakes in the neighborhood can really improve the groundwater charges, maintain biodiversity, and provide recreational space. There are multiple kind of advantages and benefits with this, but at the same time, there are multiple challenges today which are encountered in the lake rejuvenation efforts, be it the pollution of the lakes on account of industrial discharge, sewage discharge, and also, of course, there's a lot of solid waste is being dumped into the lakes, and which is completely degrading the quality of the water. And of course, not to mention, but we all know that a lot of encroachments which are happening due to urbanization, and also the whole the water ecosystem is dwindling, the lake ecosystem, and posing a lot of challenges. And so with this background, we thought that it would be more pertinent to have a session from such an experienced man who have hands-on experience in rejuvenating the lakes and restoring them. And so it is great to have a session from Mr. Anand Malligavad. It's my privilege to introduce Mr. Anand Malligavad. So Mr. Anand is a techie turned lake conservationist. He is also known as the Lakeman of India, popularly. And he started his journey with lake rejuvenation when he was heading the CSR team at Sansera Foundation, working on the revival of lakes. Currently, he is an independent and full-time lake conservationist. He has won numerous international nominations and awards and is featured by prominent media houses across the globe. Mr. Anand began by studying the skills used during the centuries-long rule of the medieval Chola dynasty who turned low-lying areas into shallow reservoirs that provided water for drinking and irrigation. Because there are a lot of, traditional and historic perspective how our ancestors used to, in a very scientific ways, to store. I think that would be very interesting to hear from Mr. Anand. He is known for his contribution in the revitalization and restoration of more than 80 lakes, covering over 360 hectares in total, and expanded into 9 other Indian states. So that's the real fabulous thing, Mr. Anand, to know the background. And we are all excited from our CSR committee and also the members from the BCIC. And with this, brief introduction and background, over to you, Mr. Anand.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for introduction. And I feel so proud to, meet all of you because along with your, corporate, so much of busy schedule, you are trying to spend some time for Mother Earth. So I'm so proud. And also, I'm also part of BCIC from long time, like 4 years back. Because of lockdown and lot of issues, so many things, we could not able to again join back. Otherwise, we were in constant touch. And thank you so much for supporting people like me. And also, as you said rightly, 2017, I started this journey because of, I read a newspaper that in 2016, Bangalore will become zero water city by 2025. And by 2030, 21 cities will go zero water. And today we are seeing the effect 1 year before itself. Whatever people like Niti Aayog mapped, it is becoming reality now. Now you see everywhere in Bangalore, 2022 we had a huge rain and flooding. So much of issues happened, but 2023 there were no rains. Because of there were no rains, a lot of lakes dried up. So many things have happened. Now we are facing a serious water crisis. There is no process in planet that without water. Every process is required the water. So good air, good water, good food, and a healthy life is the basic requirement of any 84 core species. And I thought that day Bangalore should not become zero water. So it should have a surplus water like that journey. And also when I did first lake, 36-acre lake, in just less than 95 lakhs, less than 45 days. And till today, yesterday also I was there in that lake. It is a full of water, borewells recharged, a lot of birds, bees, butterflies, lot of aquatic life. And there is no maintenance. So that fundamental I started with less cost, less time, self-sustainable and ancestral way. And less concrete, less steel structures, no modern materials. It's a kind of soil, water, botanical and aquatic life. That is what I started. And 35 lakes so far I rejuvenated in Bangalore. And I don't rejuvenate one here, one there, one here. I'm working on a stream of the lakes. It is called cascading lakes. For example, all these lakes I identified is around 150 lakes, which is around 11 streams. They all join to Dakshina Pinakini, or it is called a Penna River, Chinna River. There are different names. In Tamil Nadu, they call Pennar and Chinna River. In Karnataka, it's called Dakshina Pinakini. It starts from the Nandi Hill and it flows towards Hosur and Krishnagiri. And the Bellandur, Varturu outlets are linked with this lake only. So my idea is by walking cascading lakes one by one, and I want to change the Penna River because Penna River is receiving a lot of contaminated and arsenic heavy metal water, which 78,000 to 80,000 hectares of farmers where they grow vegetables, and they all grown with these kind of contaminants, and it is also coming in food cycle. Every day morning nearest market for the Krishnagiri and Sulgiri to is Bangalore. So whatever we flush today from our houses, it come as a vegetable and milk to us. So this is why Bangalore was a very happy, cool, chill city with a retirement life kind of thing. Today you see high-rise buildings, you can see glass buildings, you can see IT, BT, other than highest is hospitals. When I was traveling from Dairy Circle to Bannerghatta National Park in 1996, we used to see full covered canopy of trees, beautiful, like institutions and something. Today, if you see, you will find world largest hospitals with a full rush in it. Reason is when there is no good air, good water, good food, then definitely there will not be good health. When there is no good health, then we spend a lot of money on such things. And also a country will not be sustainable without having these things. So that is why I thought I started my journey, and a small way I started, and I wanted to make it a people movement. So it become people movement. I was started in 2017 with one lake with sensor engineering, the second lake with HP, third lake, fourth lake by 2019. When I seen the result of these lakes, tangible, intangible benefit of these lakes, ecosystem, and people life have been changed, then I decided to work full life for the lake, and until my last breath, I need to work with lakes and ecosystem. And in fact, I am experimenting my life on one cause. If full person works, what happens? Even I am also in the curiosity, in fact. So like that journey started, and I made it a now national movement. 12 states I'm working right now as an advisor. Major is Orissa, UP, Maharashtra, Meghalaya. All these states, they are taking my support. In fact, I know I started with Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, and Karnataka. So all these states I'm trying to help, and trying to support governments that instead of working on only beautification of course required, it is a second component. We wanted to work on water and ecosystem more. So water and ecosystem, if we recharge the aquifers with a good quality of the water, and we will get a best quality of the water back as a drinking water. That is my concept actually. And if you see, like lakes are the best of the best, lakes are worst of the worst. For example, if lake is having a full of sewage, it is septic tank, and with a lot of reaction with chemicals and sewage, a lot of excess nutrients like NPK, sulfur, and they generate highest methane gas. Methane gas is 25 times dangerous than carbon, as you all know. So they produce highest greenhouse gases, and also they create bad microclimate, and they also percolate bad quality of the water. That is why just you can see my presentation, just small presentation. I made it for this central government. In fact, last month, central government Amrut Sarovar, which is Mr. Modi's flagship program, where they are rejuvenating about 260 crores of water bodies across pan India, 28 states and 4 union territory. Recently, they have taken me as an advisor for the entire India. So I'm helping them technically. I'm helping them like engaging the community, and see that all the lakes what they revive, they'll be ecological and natural way we are trying. So for that, this presentation made. In fact, March 5th, in front of President, I got a 15 minutes of time to present this. So because of some reasons that is postponed. So that presentation now I'm presenting it to you first time. So thank you. And this is my lake. First lake is Kalasnalli. It is my iconic lake. My route is started from Kalasnalli. Thanks to Sansara Engineering Limited for giving me opportunity. And this is the bottom one is my Mumbai first lake, which is in Alibag. I rejuvenated this lake, and both are the best of the best ecological lake out of 35. So just I shown picture. Next. Okay, basic. See, most of the people are worried about what is lake rejuvenation, and what is the process, and where to start, where to end. That is the biggest problem. In fact, governments, they got good architects, everybody, and a lot of people, they work on betterment of the cities, better livable places. But problem is how to start with lake, where to start. And how to improve the water quality, how to manage the sewage, how to manage the effluents. They are facing problem. So that is how I worked last 8 years. First thing is identification and geotagging of the lake is very important process, because in Bangalore, God grace, we have an app called Dishank, DISHAANK, Dishank. It is developed by Karnataka government, first time in the country. And also this Dishank will going to show you the border of the lake, area of the lake, periphery of the lake, water spread area, and survey numbers, everything we get. But whereas if you see in North India and other places, there is no track record of lakes. See, as per the list of government registered lakes are 2 crore 68 lakh lakes are there. In Karnataka, 34 lakh 870 lakes are registered. But unregistered, without having a proper tagging, there are 3 times more lakes, which no one knows. So first thing is we have to identify and tag the lakes. And for this, we use Google, we use Dishank, we also use a lot of citizens. So what we are doing is every area we are bringing awareness that, okay, all senior citizens and some people, they are having awareness that, okay, there were lake. So now it is not there. So please tag that lake name and leave it, and we will take rest of the thing. That is what we are doing in all the states. And visit and observe the water quality, the flora fauna, then catchment of that lake, and inlet and outflow, whatever, how much sewage is there, grey water is there, black water is there, or good rainwater is coming. So we have to observe that. Then engaging community is very, very important, because any CSR or any government funds or any crowdfunding, if we do the lake rejuvenation without engaging the people, then it will become your lake. When you engage the people and make them owners, so that then it will become a people lake, because ultimately they are the stakeholders, they are the users, they are the people who maintains this lake. For that, what we have done is we have engaged walkers, joggers, pet lovers, kids, school kids, senior citizens, and resident welfare associations. Okay, of course, out of 1,000 people may not show the interest and they may not work. Out of 1,000, we get around 10-20 people. So they protect the lake. They take care of the lake. We work on that hope. 10-20 will become 50, 50 become 100. Last 8 years, I worked on engaging the people. And also we prepare a basic plan of rejuvenation. It will be by topography survey, contour survey of the lake. And we prepare, drawings, like what plan of action. And we also prepare a detailed project report about the lake, like what was the 50 years rainfall data, and how much the catchment, and what is the soil condition, and flora and fauna around the lake. All these things we prepare, and also basic budgeting of the lake. And also then pitch for the funds. 5% of my lakes are done with the crowdfunding. 95% I have done with the CSR funding. Then government grants, I did not opt as of now, but I work with governments agencies to implement through them only. I support them technically and guiding them. Then also approval from the authority and clearing encroachment. So lot of lakes, 99% of the lakes have been encroached in Bangalore, which most of them are in agriculture they're doing, or somewhere they built some shops and other thing. And without having any too much of conflict, by taking people help around. And I have been cleared about 1997 acres of land out of 1,800 acres as of now I built. So there are a lot of litigation cases and so many things, but still, they could able to clear the encroachment. And also after that, then again we meet community and explain plan of action and execution plan. So this is what your lake, this was like this. Now we're going to do this. If you have any suggestions, ideas, or anything, if technically, scientifically, if they give feasible ideas, we incorporate and customize it. Then after that, boundary marking we do. Then de-weeding we do. Then cleaning the complete debris, lot of things, their stuff. Then after that, we do sewage, whatever is that, complete dewatering. And most of the time we use by gravity in Bangalore. But other states, there is a big problem because there is no gravity. It is a flat land. Independent catchment lakes are there. We pump it up. And also after that, we do complete desludging. Because in these all lakes, last 30-40 years, daily whatever sewage comes and all the sludge has been settled. It is more than 1.5 meter, 2 meters, somewhere it is 3 meter. Wherever they dug up for the bricks and the land filling, there is around 10-20 feet also, there is a sludge. So completely we remove entire sludge. And also we don't touch any natural lakes, good habitat, where there is a flora, fauna, aquatic life, and everything is better. We don't touch, we don't rejuvenate those lakes because they should be untouched, because ecosystem should not be spoiled. But wherever there are all dead lakes, we remove everything, sludge, everything, and we get it dry. And also sludge, we put it to neighbor farmers, or if any landfilling is there. Otherwise, we dry it up and create a walking track around the lake. And also a fresh soil up to 1 meter, also we touch, so that there will be some leachate going inside. The biggest problem of hyacinth, azolla, water lettuce, algal blooms comes because of one is daily input water having excess nutrients, as well as sludge formation. They keep shooting up. If you keep cleaning them, it won't work. But we have to remove everything. Next. And also out of this soil, we do bund strengthening all around the lake. We create a walking track. Why? Because is once you create a walking track around the lake, then it will act as a boundary. And also everywhere water should not enter into the lake because they carry silt, biomass, so many things. So wherever there is a proper gradient, we fix a pipes there so that through pipes, and before we keep a silt trap, every silt will be trapped, then through pipe it will flow inside, then it goes to lagoon. Again, it has to get settled and best water has to go to the main lake. Idea is if you leave all the water again next 10-20 years, again silt will accumulate, again nutrients will accumulate, again it will go back to same stage. Like airport concept, before getting into hangars or gates or any aircraft, in a security itself, how they screen everything, like that we should screen and we allow inside. And also inlets and outlets, reconditioning, widening, deepening, and slope creation we do. And also silt traps and lagoon. For example, to trap the rainwater, we have silt, plastic trap, idle immersion lagoons. See, because traditionally we put a lot of idols, based on our culture into the lakes. So if you put it in a main lake, entire lake will get contaminated. We create a small lagoon, idle immersion tank. We give them steps, comfortable space where they put all their idols, so that we will take it back, we clean it, volunteering our labors, and we can maintain it. That is what we do. And also all these slopes around the lake, we don't do 1:1.5, and no, we don't do stone pitching. By doing stone pitching, you blast some hill, you disturb the plate, you burn the fossil fuel, increase the carbon footprint, and also bring it, and it's such a fatigue job of stone pitching. It take a longer time and it will be longer cost, heavy cost. So also it heat up the water and increase the evaporation rating. And also between soil and water bonding, it will be coming as a one layer. No birds will sit. No microorganism will consume your excess nutrient into water. That is why natural slope, we use vetiver, vadalia, such plants, so that they will have a better roots, and the entire year they'll be green. There'll be yellow flowers which attracts a lot of pollinators, bees, butterflies. So this is what we do. And also we create a afforestation with the medicinal fruits, flower bearing of native plants. There has to be native plants so that a lot of birds, bees, butterflies will come. As well as biofencing we create, whereas bamboo, bougainvillea, we put as a biofencing. So whatever metal fencing you put, that is got a shelf life, they may get rust, somebody will steal them and it will go off, right? And also lakes are here from 1500 years. It will going to be here thousands of years. See, whatever interventions we create 10-20 years, it should not be there. When you put up biofencing, so they also maintain ecosystem. Like they sink carbon, produce oxygen, they are live, and it also help bird nesting. And since bamboo is a grass variety, how much ever you cut and use, you are promoting green product. As well as it is also got 4 dB acoustic, characterization, so that it will reduce the noise. So that way, and also we put a lot of mehndi plants so that nothing will be grazed, and mehndi will be commercial crop for the surrounding villagers. That way we do. And also developing aquaculture. We never put any like a fisheries department fishes. We have developed in each our lake native fishes. So all those native fishes, we put some quantity so that native fishes can survive in this water without additional food from outside. Whereas you bring these fisheries department fishes, they are like a hybrid and they want more food. You have to put a lot of food, then again water quality will spoil. Whereas these fishes survive themselves. For example, these fishes, whatever mosquito larvae are there, they eat away. They maintain the ecosystem. They do aeration. Like that we create. And also highest Bangalore or any city lakes are receiving a lot of sewage into it. And we don't divert it by putting pipes. We also create a 15% of grey water wetland, which I can show you next picture. In a 15% grey water wetland, and 85% is a pure rainwater lake. In a pure 85% rainwater lake, there will not be single drop mixing any sewage. That is the highest level we are maintaining, because treated, untreated or any water, generally Indians or anyone, so we don't get into our body or we don't even touch it. So I want these lakes to be swimmed by my kids, and cows and all, they should drink water without smelling. That is the idea. So in 15% of the area, we create a lot of lagoons, and we also create a tropozoa type of canals, so that all the silt will be trapped in each lagoon, and in the canal it will go as a meandering. And also we put a hydroponic concept, Canna indica, elephant ear, vetiver, star grass, lotus lilies and all. In the hydroponic concept, the excess nutrients they absorb for photosynthesis, they convert it into plant. And also we expose it to ultraviolet from the sun, so that E. coli, bacteria and all will be killed, so that methane gas will be maintained. Since we do complete from ridge to river, around I'm the first man to create in a country that 48 kilometers length, 12 lakes, until Dakshina Pinakini River, all grey water move one lake to one lake, canal to canal, and reach there. And all these lakes were septic tanks. First, if you put 1 liter of water here with a lake, slowly retention period, it used to take 28 days. So 28 days that time, by the time it spoiled the microclimate, it ground contamination, mosquito breeding, lot of things used to happen. Now I run this continuously water. Always flowing water is best, because it aerates, it also exposed to ultraviolet, it goes through vegetation and naturally purified, then it goes to river. My idea is all these water, basically whatever naturally I filter, this at least 60% water will be filtered without STP, without any chemical, fluorine or chlorine. By the time it reach river, I wanted to put a phytoride system there, so that without again chemical, I want to treat up to CPCB NGT norms and put it into river, so that that river will have a best water. Then farmers will have a best quality water. Then again, whatever vegetation they grow, it will not have a contaminants, and best quality of the vegetable, best quality of the milk we get. So this is what circular concept I'm working on last 8 years. Also, next. Yeah. So if you see, this is one of the concept of lake rejuvenation, which I just recently rejuvenated. If you see, you can see my arrow mark moving, or you have to move. If I move arrow mark, it won't be visible, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
I can't move the arrow, right? Okay.
No.
So
no,
then
sir,
I'll tell you in terms. If you come to left corner, there is a green area. Left corner, green area. Your left. There is one. It is written sedimentation pond. So there almost 1 MLD sewage comes. Yes, that arrow mark area. Then also you can see filter media canal, full length. Okay. Filter media canal I created. Say for example, this lake was receiving, you can see bottom picture, right side corner, you will find highest residential areas. There is no trunk line, there is no underground sewage system or anything. So they were all leaving this entire sewage into the main lake. So main lake was fully contaminated. I did not plug them. I did not bring a policy to stop them. What I did is I created a canal out of earthen bund. There is no concrete retaining wall or anything. Whatever dewatered, desilted, out of desilted mud, all these bunds I created. And see that all the pipes are coming inside. That will not go to that blue area. Blue area is main rainwater lake. You can see that larger area. So in this canal, what happens? Slowly I increase the retention period of the water, so that slowly in the canal sludge will get settled. Then excess nutrients, floating wetlands are there. They purify the water. Then it is exposed to sun. Then it goes to straight away. Madam, arrow mark, slowly you can move it to that that canal. Okay, that entire canal. Then it comes to one lagoon. You can see that lagoon is sedimentation pond. You can see that along with blue color, there is one lagoon. Yeah, go up, madam. Go. Like that, it will go. That is the idle immersion tank with the fresh rainwater. Next, left side, you can come, ma'am. Left side. And yeah. That is the area where naturally water will get purified with the azola and everything. Then entire purified water, I use it for all the saplings. We have about 18 to 20,000 saplings. So primary is in a canal, it will get settled. Secondary, it will get settled in lagoon. Third, it will get settled in the tertiary canal. And all these floating wetlands, everything will absorb excess nutrients, and good water will be used for all these saplings. There is no borewell here. We use same water. Then there is a fourth level of filtration. So whatever water we put it, all the plants, native trees, they absorb excess nutrients. Also, they soil as a best filter media, and they also purify. This is the concept we have done. You can see in this picture. Next, you can go. Yeah, you can see the design of my lake. Most of the lakes are having public road, then directly lake. So what we do is public road wherever is there, just we elevate, walking track about 5 to 6 feet, so that all the road, dirt, water and all will not get into the lake. Wherever we put a pipe, wherever we create a silt trap, through that only water should get in. And you can also see along the road, instead of fencing, we put a bamboo bougainvillea, so that it will also act as a natural fencing, and also people cannot throw plastic, thermocol, PET bottles or anything inside the lake. It also purify the air, and also it is a bird nesting point. And also walking track, whatever you can see, right side, which is a road side, we put a heavy canopy plants, left side medium canopy plants, then natural slopes we give, and there we put a vadilia or vetiver, and below that we give a shrubs variety of flowering plants, so that anybody walks in this walking track, any kids or anything, they will not be directly getting into water. There is no metal fencing or anything. These are all the biofencing methodology we created, so that safety of the people. And also there is a higher canopy, middle canopy, shrubs and herbs are planted around, so that a lot of bees, butterflies and greenery will be there, rich oxygen will be there. And 1:3 natural slope which we create, you can see in the picture. There also we plant vadilia, so that any kids can get in and they come out. They can touch the water, so that there will not be sudden 90-degree cut where kids cannot fall. It is a safety of animal, people, bird also. Any birds can sit in the edges, they can eat away insects. See, because all these creatures will do lot of cleaning job for us. It is a food for them, right? When we don't accommodate them, then we will have to put lot of chlorine, girin and all, and again we are chemicalizing. Right, this is the concept, basic concept of design. You can see bottom picture, which is Alibag Lake. From that slope, slowly, gradually it goes as a soup ball. Any kids 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet like that, slowly they can get in, and they can also come out. And also there is no soil erosion also. Next. This is the basic concept. You can see left side picture, which I was talking about, Dottoguru Lake. It was like this, full of sewage, garbage, industrial waste dumped in, everything. You can see right side of the picture, how I have converted, like we have created a complete canal. We are taking all the sewage, we are naturally treating it, and it goes into canal, and we purify and use it for the aquatic life. Next. And you can see these are all the canals, how we treat. Like these are all floating wetlands with a Cana indica, elephant ear, vetiver and all. They are hydroponics. Whatever excess nutrients they have, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, for photosynthesis, they take their food, and also they increase the dissolved oxygen, and also they purify the water this way. Next. So here soil, botanicals, aquatic life, and ultraviolet from the sun. You can see this picture where I have collected the sample in the first canal. It is a full black, thick wastewater. And also these are all the floating wetlands in the surface with the roots. Whatever plastic comes, they trap plastic first. They will hold. Then every week, 15 days once, we keep removing plastic and keep it aside, dry them, whichever go for recycling, we send it. Otherwise, this we again make a pit and put a HDP seat and bury it. So there are two things. One is recyclable, will go recyclable. Otherwise, we will seal it with the HDP seat. And also, these also plants will absorb the nutrients. They also help for bird nesting. You can see second picture. This is a green. Slowly, when you increase the retention period, sludge will get settled, nutrients will be absorbed. Then you can see third picture. It's as good as very clear water. And if you come to fourth picture, when Azola Pond it comes, this is a crystal clear water. After that, it goes to again gardening this water, and excess water will flow to next lake, next lake, like that. Next, please. And you see how lakes. First picture you can see after dewatering, complete desilting, bund strengthening, how it looks. And this entire lake is rainwater lake of 85%, which you can see in the center. And side beyond the bund, what you can see is the canal, which we do purification. You can see right side picture, there is a road bottom. zero level. There is a high-raised walking tracks. Then there is a biofencing plant. There is a walking track again inside. And most of the lakes are having forest department planted with lot of trees like acacia, silver oak, Julie flora and all. We should remove it. They are water guzzler. They are not helping the ecosystem. But Pangamia and other plants, whatever is there, we have retained. You can see second picture, lot of plants we saved, made it an island so that they will help for the birds. You can see bottom third picture, left side. There you can see green water area is completely rainwater. Right side, left side corner is there is a natural wetland. And you can see fourth picture, it is a wildlife lake where there is no walking track, no jogging track, nothing. Right side bottom, lot of elephants comes, so many deer comes, they drink water and all go. It is near to national park. And you can see the top side, one small track, one island I created where people can do photography, they can watch birds and all like that. If you give all around walking track, then they disturb the animals. Animals will not going to come. This is the concept. Next. You can see top first picture, that was completely dry, dead lake. There was no single drop of water. It was full of hyacinth, lot of water weeds grown, and always used to be dry. You can see bottom picture, within 90 days. My time is 45 days to 90 days. Less than 10% of the cost I rejuvenate. For example, as a government, what we work is 50 lakhs to 1 crore per acre is the minimum budget. Amrut to 14 Financial Commission, BBMP, BDA, whatever funds. We have achieved lowest cost is 5,60,000 rupees per acre, lowest cost with a dry dead lake. Then highest we have done is maximum 17 to 16 lakhs, which is almost less than 10% of the cost we work. And the government and other agencies will take at least 6 months to 1.5 year time. We have done lowest Kalasanalli Lake with a sunset is 45 days, which I rejuvenated in 45 days. Highest time I took is 120 to 180 days. Within 6 months, we do everything. And you can see top picture, how that lake has been transformed. You can see bottom picture, within 11.5 days in Alibag, 4,440 millimeter rain fallen that season, and lake is got full of water. So natural, ecologically, how this lake is transformed. This is the this photo shows. Next. And you can see one more lake is in Bingipura. That was the first picture before. You can see full of sewage, full of algal blooms, hyacinth, water lettuce. It was filled because entire city water, out of 100 liter of milk, 2 drop of lemon, how it will convert paneer like that. So entire rainwater huge comes and the sewage mixes and it contaminates the lake. My idea is separate the grey water, separate the rainwater. You can see second picture I have did it. Second picture what I did, I removed entire water, I desilted complete soil, and you can see that arrow mark is there. That is the place where entire city sewage used to come and mix with this lake. I did a earthen partition and see that there will be compartment and partitions where water will get retained and all the aquatic plants will purify. Then it goes out, from in and out goes. So after that canal also they purify. Next lake also I did same concept. And if you see larger area of the lake, you can see lagoon, bottom corner, you can see left corner, these lagoons. Even rainwater also we are not allowed directly into the lake. First they will come to lagoon, they will get settled slowly. Then there is a pipe, then they rise, they go. And you can see 3 color of water. One is left corner top, that is a rainwater. Then center you can see one round light green water. Then top right corner you can see full black water. So what we did is percolation also should be balanced. Like if you do it a full percolative, then summer they go dry. What we do is 30 to 40% of the area we keep it for percolation, recharging borewells. 60% of the area we mulch with clay so that there will not be percolation. So that borewell will get recharged through 30-40%. And the entire year there will be water. You can see this lake. It is done in a near Electronic City. Next. And you can see here clear picture. Bottom corner, you can see rainwater, lagoon. Whatever rainwater comes, it will get stagnant there, settle there, then it goes. Then second one is percolation pond it is. Rest everywhere it won't percolate. Only this area will percolate because we have damaged the Mother Earth. Because now these are all no more irrigation tanks. These are all percolation ponds we have created because lot of borewells, thousands of borewells are extracting water from the ground aquifers. It has to be richer. Then top one is a grey water. Top one grey water. All the farmers around the lake, they are growing lot of banana, vegetables, and so many flowers and all. They use that better water into the agriculture. And you can see top right side corner picture. Earthen bund, this side is rainwater. Earthen bund, that side is sewage water. There is no any concrete. And the second picture, you can see natural slopes we created. We put a complete Vadelia, and 9 months it will have a green, rich with a yellow flowers, lot of pollinators, so that increase the farmers at least 15 to 20% of the yield. And the bottom picture, you can see how largely, with the trees and plants it looks. Next. This is one more lake, classical example. See, lakes supposed to be concrete free, like no modern materials. You can see how natural it is. You can see one of the lagoon here. We put lotus lilies and all. Lotus lilies also will going to reduce the evaporation rating. They also purify the water. They will also give traditional touch to the water body so that people will not misuse it. And also it is economy for the surrounding people. Each lotus cost 30 to 40 rupees per day. Every day morning, some of the community, poor community, they pluck that, they sell, and it will also run their livelihood. And also the stems of the lotus will have a small hairs. That hairs will create a aerobic condition so that your dissolved oxygen is good, and a lot of fishes will get a food. So this is what. Next. This is my Kommasandra lake. And as I told you, cascading lakes I work. I'm the first man, proudly I'm telling, with not, first man to create that entire length water bodies. Shikaripalya, Margonalli, Tirupalya, Hebgodi, Kamsandra, Bamsandra, Heelarge, Chandapura, Mutyanallur, Bidirguppe, then it goes to Pennar. Only pending is now Mutyanalluru 1,800 acres, which you can see that bigger one. And 450 acres of that Bidirguppe is these two lake. If I do, then entire the stream will be over. Next. And you can see first lake of that stream. That is, it was like that. And you can see bottom how it is changed. Say the left hand, extremely left hand corner, there are a lot of sewage coming. 17 MLD sewage coming. If you see right side bottom picture where you can see 4 or 5 compartments where sewage will come, slowly get settled, retain, then thin water will start flowing. That is 4 compartment. And green water, what you can see, this is the entire that area. Whatever rain falls, I brought there. Of course, in the rainwater also there will be sewage. There will be some of the lot of biomass. That is why. And you can see it fully muddy color water lake. That is completely isolated from the outside water. Only whatever downpour happens, only from downpour we have collected, so that there people can swim, cows, cattle can drink water. It is percolation purpose, everything. Then green water is only for people. Maybe they are. It is for a general. They are washing cloth. Cows and all they wash all those things. Then bottom one there is no use. That is just it's going. Next. Next, please. This is a second lake. Then that outlet of the water goes to second lake. And second lake, you see first picture in the left corner, full of sewage, hyacinth, it was dead. You can see right corner of second picture, how I converted a natural filtration system. And you can see that bigger area is rainwater lake. And right side corner is, there is a silt trap for the rainwater also. You can see bottom left side corner, rainwater separate, sewage separate. Then bottom right side corner, you can see picture, complete how I am treating the sewage. One earthen bund separate rainwater as well as sewage water. Second lake it is. Next. You can see third lake, top picture, it was full of sewage and full of hyacinth. You can see second right side how I converted as a pure rainwater lake. Then you can see the periphery, you can see black water, which is a natural filtration system. Same way, bottom picture, fourth lake. Then you can see after next. And this is a fifth lake. You can see top how it was, second how it is done. Then sixth lake, how it was, how it is done. This is a top one is around 34 acres, bottom one is around 78 acres. You can see next. And this is a sixth lake. You can see left side, you can see right side. Here you can get a clear clarity of 85% rainwater lake, then 15% of the grey water wetland, how I created, how we have done partition, how we have put a floating wetlands, how we have put a canna indica, how we are retention, we are increasing. Next. So not only lakes, this is a picture of Orissa. In Orissa, Bhubaneswar, there are drains. It is a designed city like a, for example, like a Chandigarh, like that Bhubaneswar also designed. There is a drain 1 to drain 11. These drains are very important. You know, like we only rejuvenate the lake water body, but drains we are neglected. If you calculate the area of the drains, they are more than bigger than lake because length and width. So nobody goes near drain or anything. You can see first before picture of this Orissa Bhubaneswar, full of sewage, debris dumped in. It was a full filthy. You can see second picture, completely I transformed kilometers together like this and put a cabin walls. In the cabin walls, full it is porous. When sewage water goes, slowly it will get retained and sludge will be settled through the stones it passes in. While it is passes in, it will get aerate. It will also trap the sludge like that. And you can see third picture, how beautiful it looks. And it has become a tourism spot in the Bhubaneswar now. And there is no smell, nothing. Lot of people walk, jog here. They click a picture here. Like that, we can also convert online, nalas into the filtration system. Next. So one small video, madam, please play, and we will close it up. Our grandfather saw it in river. Father saw it in well. We saw in tap. Our children saw it in bottle. Where will our grandchildren see it? Caption. Then still we neglect. You can see in our tears. This is what let's, this is what the situation today, sir. So that is why this entire life, corporate life, everything I left, 18 hours I'm working on only water body, woke up with water body, sleep with water body. Last year, 365 days out of almost 315 days I traveled. 40, 50 days I might be in Bangalore, and also keep doing a lot of work, larger scale in such a way that it's not somebody will do, it is we will do. And we will not going to just consume and die. We will also leave some resources and for our kids, our next generation and die. This is the idea. And thank you so much for all the corporates across the country. All companies supported me in such a way that very larger scale. And in fact, 2019, I registered Malligavad Foundation. I did not promote. You can see in my social media, nowhere you can see Malligavad Foundation. I don't want to promote as an organization. I wanted to promote as a individuals what we can contribute. 140 crore people we are there. So how we can, contribute to our mother earth, our nature, our ecosystem, right? Not to rely on only government, blame government, do activism. I am not, in fact, interested in the activism, neither I believe it. I'm believing in only change making. How we can change slowly. So being an independent guy, as you know, a lot of encroachment issues, identifying water body, getting the funds from the CSR and managing the funds, and also a lot of approvals, a lot of bureaucracy issues, political issues. There's so many challenges we had, but still God grace, Panchbhuta, and the 5 elements I'm working with their blessings, I could able to do little job for my nation. This is what, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anand, for such a wonderful presentation, and it's really an eye-opener, and it is never too late, I think, for us to join hands with you in supporting your initiatives. So, Mr. Rao, sir, if you have anything, please do share, sir.
No, definitely. I think it's an amazing presentation because we can see the kind of dedication and commitment from Mr. Anand in transforming the lakes. I mean, it's not an easy thing. It's one of the most complex subjects. At the outset, it looks easier, when we look at from this. But once if one person get into the depth of it, then we know the kind of efforts which have gone in transforming the lakes. And I mean, the way he dedicated his life is an inspiration for all of us. But I think thanks for the great presentation, giving almost a kind of a very detailed explanation. It's like explaining the whole concept of lake rejuvenation, the basic process, step by step explanation. I mean, today I think we had a lot of learnings with the thing there, what we could learn from here. But it's very interesting that we would like to open up for the Q&A session. And here I will just start with that, Mr. Anand. One thing which you already also mentioned, that this is one thing which all of us, we feel that it is very, very important in the light of this, the climatic changes which are happening, and the kind of, what we are seeing, the escalation in the water scarcity across and all. It's a must. At the same time, to be honest with you, as you also touched upon, it's also complex in one way, particularly when we look at the corporates. There is always a kind of hesitation. I would put it that way. Maybe because of the hearsay, what they do, because there are a lot of complexities in getting the clearances from the government, and because of the encroachment, land mafia, people have vested interest. Even if you start a work, suddenly, somebody else will come and, they will try to put a obstacle in the progress of the project. So these are the things which are typically heard with this. And also we also hear that there are certain regulatory authorities, right? We heard about, for example, LRCA, with the Lake Rejuvenation and Conservation Authority, the Lake Development Authority,
KTCDA, yes.
Karnataka Lake, yes, Lake Conservation with this. And also with the BBMP also has its own, with the thing there. So while we have these multiple government regulatory bodies to restore the lakes, across and all, but we always find that, instead of facilitation, there could be some challenges. How do you see this entire process, when you have ventured into this and want to particularly undertake a project with the corporate support? What kind of challenges you have seen, and how did you, overcome this?
Yes, sir. Initially, I faced a lot of problem for getting approval, sir. See, biggest issue is convincing those surrounding residents. It may be village, it may be a city or anything. Convincing them is the biggest task. I spent more time in convincing people like how this lake is supposed to be, because most of the people, they think that these people spoil the lake or they do some for hidden agenda and these things. Of course, now last 8 years, people they know that, okay, my intention and they have a clarity, because first lake to 10 lake, they were keep thinking something, why he is doing, what is his intention, all those things. Now they are clear. And second, what happened? Like when you convince these people, like automatically when you do desilting, dewatering, lake will get dried up. They will also have a fear that borewells will get dried up that time. And until we get a next rain, there will be issues. So many issues will be there, sir. Also, a lot of people who encroach, they are not normal people. You and me don't encroach. We don't have guts to encroach, or we don't have guts to take somebody's money and keep quiet also, right? So they are the different set of people. They will have political background, muscle power, everything. They were also threatening initially. So much of pressure they brought, MP, MLA, like that they brought. Some Gunda fellows also they brought. I did not afraid. I told them very diplomatically, calmly. See, you have 3.5 acres, right? Half acre you have encroached. One other day it will go. And it will be not in your name, right? So 3 acres, you want to keep it safe, you have to leave half acre. See, half acre you leave it, then you will get a good water, you will get a lake view, all those things, right? So initially nobody is convinced. Then when I did a Kalasnalli, sir, in a Kalasnalli, alone I fought, which Mr. Singhvi knows, Suresh sir, Sekhar, they might have told you, I fought alone and brought back 12 acres of land, sir. And 12 acres to clear it, it took my life, right? Again, I brought, now those are all the people who were angry. They were telling like, you spent 1 crore, you have brought our 3 crore rupees property, which is a 36, 40 crore rupees you have taken back. So I told them it's not your land. But today they are realizing, sir, every land cost is went 12 crores. Means, sir, within 5 years, they gone up about 5 to 10 times because of lake. And also lot of farmers, 1 acre, 2 acre, they were running auto, they were going a civil contract work and all. They were laborers. Now, every their borewell has a 2-inch, 3-inch water. They are growing vegetables. Monthly 30-40,000 rupees they are earning. Also that Kalasnalli and surrounding villages, they were having no water. They were having 8 borewells. Every half an hour they're switching on, switching off because there's no yield. Now, with the 2 borewells, they're getting full. In fact, Sansera is a classical example. Sansera were the highest buyer of the water, and they had a borewell, and there were no water. But till today, sir, after the rejuvenation, once got lake filled up, 2 to 3 inch water, best quality water they have. Singhvi told me one word, Anand, whether other people got effect or not, they are benefited or not. But we seen from our eyes that our borewell is having water, means everybody's got. So like that, it is not just surface water, it is the biggest economy of the people. And best nutrient, good quality fishes, people will get it, right? The 18,000 saplings we planted, they sink carbon, they produce highest oxygen. People are walking, jogging, and they're relaxing themselves. So these are all the challenges where now also I am facing challenge. But now earlier I used to face challenge with this Gunda fellows, rowdy fellows, small players, up to Jilla Panchayat member. Now I am facing a problem through chief minister level. See, because slowly it is escalated. So level of problems will be higher, and the larger you make a scale. Say for example, last January total till July, 17 lakes, 850 acres, 93 earth movers, 67 trucks, 14 JCBs, 12 Pokline, 400 people I worked in scale. Generally, people thought this guy, no government does, sir. Even in fact, a lot of people who went and met BBMP, BDA, KDCDA people, they said only one guy is working. Anand Malligavad, you go, he's working in Mature, he will give some job. Like that, 117 crores, whatever I got, I am honestly, happily telling that it reached lake and they changed life, right? And given employment. And per day diesel expenses were, sir, 32 lakhs. Morning to evening, I used to think 32 lakhs diesel. But one time we have to burn, one time we have to change. Otherwise, these lakes will produce daily that much, gases. So like that, so when you work in such a larger spectrum, then your pressures will be different way. I'm getting from ministries, I'm getting from IAS officers. Earlier, all this Gram Panchayati, PDO and all, now nobody is talking. This, and also I'm handling it, sir. Central government also is in very backup. They are supporting. And today, in fact, sir, along with these 12 state governments, central government Amrut Sarovar, Amrut 2, I'm the youngest advisor of 43 years to the central government today. 28 states, 4 union territory. D. Tara, who is the additional secretary for Housing and Urban Development Ministry, and she is a mission director of Amrut 2. She made me in charge, sir. So today I am serving country. In fact, this Bangalore Lake movement, Kalasnalli Lake movement, I made it a national movement now. Every state, every city, I have volunteers. 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, like that. And now I'm making it a global movement. 3 countries already I started working, sir. Nigeria, last week I was in Nigeria 10 days. And I started lot of drought and very dangerous country, lot of threat. For me also life threat is there. Nigeria, if you are popular, they kidnap. If you are having money, they kidnap. Such condition, 10 days I was there. Such a hot condition, sir, almost 46 degree with a full of fever. Take a tablet, I worked like that. I'm also working with Kenya, sir. I'm also working with Somalia. I'm also working with Sri Lanka, like that. Next, by 2030, my dream is, sir, entire India will have at least 2 crore 60 lakh water bodies rejuvenated under the 1 crore 47,000, 147 lakhs budget, which government is having, and at least 10,000 Anand Malligavad I am creating, sir. I go schools, colleges, everywhere. I take them interns. I'm training them. See that there will be more lake rejuvenators. And also, entire globe by 2030, every country I am trying to create 10 model lakes, 10 model forests, so that they can taste it and they can, replicate it. As well as, sir, entire India, like how IT BT, like IT, computer was the replacement of the typewriter earlier. Today, you see from your laptop to your watch to everything is IT. Like that, how our people are serving the entire planet today as a software engineers. So I wanted to create startups with the environmental restoration. They exclusively work on grey water, black water, lake rejuvenation, afforestation, and wildlife. So I am trying to create that, trainings and see that they will serve for the planet. Because everywhere you see, sir, there is a scarcity of people who rejuvenate the water body. You can Google, sir, maximum 10 people you don't get in country. So I want to make a more number of people. So here, God grace, Panchbhuta, Ashirvada, everything, sir. And it's going in a full swing. 18 hours, I don't have time to eat and drink a water. That much, people are supporting and pushing me. Let's see, sir. Thank you.
It's amazing work. I mean, such a quite inspiring work, Mr. Anand. Just one follow-up question, and then I will open up for all the other, members who may be interested. One thing is like it was heartening to hear from you that many of the projects you have taken up, they're completed within 6 months or with this. And in some of them are 45 days, 90 days, they're depending upon the scale of the project and with this. And the cost also, you mentioned that it is kept to a very optimum
10%.
level,
10%
with the lower, with the thing and all. So now just one question is like, of course, the permissions part is one from the government, but we also hear that a lot of the regulatory framework is also streamlined now because it is out of the demand from the public, because the crisis what we are facing on the waterfront, the governments are also realizing, yes, they have to facilitate the lake rejuvenation and restoration process. So do you think that is there a change now from the time when you started this work and now getting a more like a kind of a, also I know there will be always some vested interest here and there putting pressures, but from the government side, you are getting also the support when you take up a project and do that. How do you see that now?
Yeah, sir, for example, like KTCDA, how do we get approvals? Basically, like first custodian of the lake, maybe Gram Panchayat, CMC or anything. From there, it goes to project director. It goes to DC. From DC, it goes to KTCDA. And KTCDA, it go to committee. After the committee, it goes to government, then get approved and come back, sir. And it was actually 6 month to 7 month process. In fact, KTCDA now committee is not there. After the new government committee has been disposed and they are not created committee. Maybe after MP election they do it. So now no more approvals are going on. So those committee, entire people came to my lake, sir. They came to my lake. They visited all my 10 to 15 lakes. Full day they spent, and they understood my technical and other things because whatever they are following, it is a minor irrigation tanks rules. Minor irrigation, these tanks are no more minor irrigation tanks because nobody is doing agriculture. There is no catchment of rainwater coming. It's a full of sewage, right? And it is the time to recharge the aquifers through the tanks. So I made them realize how to do natural biological sewage treatment. Say, for example, by chlorine, you kill E. coli, bacteria and all. It's a poison, slow poison. It also kill aerobic, anaerobic, soil microorganisms, insects. It also go into the fish. It also come into human. It also recharge. So all those things when I explained, sir, they expedited in such a way that every my DPR has been uploaded in one Zoom call talk, sir. So like that they supported one Zoom call, they approved it, sir. And they only told me, Anand, it will come to you. Even you will not believe KTCD office, I did not go one day. They supported a lot in such a way that online explanation, technical explanation, everything I presented them, they given approval. But last 6 months, we are facing little bit problem because there is no committee. Still, we are trying our level best to create DPR and all, and we are kept ready. And maybe after the MP election, once committee forms, it will become smoother. And a lot of officials, In fact, like officials, they are very supportive. Anand, you don't worry about approvals and all. You see, best process is to get an approval from the custodian, who is the owner of that lake, which is CMC or BMC. We are taking approval. We are moving process of DPR, but subsequently we are working also. See, now 4 lakes lake is completely working. Nobody is disturbing because all the villagers are with me. Officials are aware. I updated them, sir, because of committee is not there. I cannot stop the work. As you know, before monsoon, next year we are expected good rains because this year there were no rain. So at least we want to hold water and we want to do. They are given green signal. And most of the officials, they say, sir, Anand, being as an official, I can't work like you. If I can't clear encroachment like you, I can't follow your approach because you are the guy, independent guy who can change, who built rapport with people, officials and all. Even in fact, politicians don't disturb you because you built a rapport. So we can't work like that. We will support you. Please go ahead. Like that, they're supporting, sir. It's going on.
That's really great. It's a reassuring for us,
Yes.
if whoever wanted to venture
Very
into
supportive.
this noble cause of, lake rejuvenation, because this was there in the backdrop of the mindset that it's complex, you should be very careful and all. I think that's
But
reassuring.
They don't support new people, sir. They don't support new people because they are afraid. Reason is, lake rejuvenation is not just one plant a tree and go. See, if tree is wrong, it goes dry, nothing will happen. And you can cut and you can remove also if it is a wrong tree. But lake is such a dangerous. If you design wrongly, if you do it less quality and something flood happens, if breaches, it can take people life. So, but last, all the lakes tested in 2022 September, most of the lakes rejuvenated by governments. They called me and told me, Anand, our lake is breached. How is your lake? Sir, sir, they honestly called and they told my lake is breached and the problem is happened. How is your lake? Is there fine? I assured them like 22 lakes last when I rejuvenated. None of the lake got breached or anything happened, any problem. They're all happy. They asked me, how is your lake situation? Fantastic. There is no issues. Then also few of the people came. I don't name them. They are very well known in Bangalore. They came and they visited my lakes. Anand, how come we are compacting every 1 feet, 2 feet and all other thing? And your structure and measure, what is difference? I explained them that section wise, like what I do, Chola's technology is 1,500 years they sustained, right? So how come in 5 years they will breach, right? Last 50 years we spoiled these lakes, right? So like that, we have to follow ancestral style. It will be safe. That is also proven.
Yeah, both the ancestral and modern techniques is really great. I just want to, open for the any questions from our participants. Can you please?
So Mr. Murli is here, Vice President of Toyota Susho India. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Anand. I can see the passion when you talk. I mean, absolutely commendable work. Okay, there is no word to explain the sort of stress and the sort of hard work that you've done. Doing all this regeneration. I just want to recall one talk given by a very senior government official in the chamber a few days back. We were talking about the water crisis in Bangalore. Then he had come for a discussion, and he did stress upon lake regeneration as one of the areas where we need to focus. Okay. Yeah. While he addressed that particular topic on lake regeneration, he gave 2 points to us. One is while doing the lake regeneration, many people try to remove the silt at the bottom of the lake, thereby the soil, the soil microns, what are there, that is getting removed, and the natural process of forming the same thing again, it will take months to get. That's one point he said. We have to be careful about that. Second thing he said is wherever there is a canal opening, where the water to flow out of the lake, the depth level should not be uniform, but it should be more depth than the one which comes inside, so that the temperature of the lake is balanced, so that the fish and other things survive because of that. So you have got anything to say on that?
Yes, sir. You are perfect. I know who is the officer, and because I also have information, I had a chat with him also. Okay, he's an IFS officer. You know that, right? So I'll talk about now solution. Yeah. Basically, sir, which is the first word I mentioned. Do you remember? If it is ecologically good water quality with aquatic life, flora, fauna, you should not touch that lake. lake rejuvenation should not be done in a better lake. There are 4 types of lakes, sir. A class, B class, C class, and D class. A class lakes are where cows go without smelling, they drink a water. That is A class lake. B class lake, they smell and drink. C class, full of sewage. D class, full of, industrial effluent, everything, full black with a hyacinth and all. A class lake, what he is talking, it should not be touched. Because there is a flora, fauna, zooplankton, microorganisms, there is a set of life, which if you disturb once, and it will take 10 to 12 years to bring back. So I never touch that lake. B class is where there is a little bit sewage is mixing and there is a little bit contamination. Such lakes, what I do is, I don't do desilting, dewatering or anything. Wherever inlets, bad thing is joining, I am just taking away, not to mix in that water, and just we can have a natural grey water wetland, as I showed you in the picture. Then C class is lake where you will find around 30 to 40% of the sewage is directly mixing into lake. Lake is becoming septic tank, and there is no aquatic life other than catfishes. None of the fishes survived because there is no DO in it. DO is gone because of hyacinth. Hyacinth will cover the surface, and also it stop ultraviolet reaching the sun, and anaerobic will rise, then methane gas will rise, then these all the leaves, high invasive, will fall, and to degrade they consume dissolved oxygen. They make a full of layer of silt. So such lakes, I do dewatering, desilting, burn strengthening, because anyway dead it is. There is no life in it. And also to bring back a life, we get a fresh mulched soil and put it. That is third type of lakes. When it comes to D lake, everywhere you will find a catchment of only sewage, sir. There is no any rainwater catchment. I opened up everything, made a full canal, and see that water will come in, go out. But that 85% of the lake, I kept it open for the only sky. Whatever water, rainwater falls, that much only possible. Say, instead of having 1 lakh liter bad water, let us have 10,000 liter good quality of the water, where it will not spoil my microclimate, it not spoil the groundwater. So this is a D class, sir. And also, I am also specific about creating a more water holding capacity. Like they are talking about minor irrigation tanks. Where is your inlet is there, sir? Inlet you should have 2 feet. Then 4 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet. When it comes to main bund waste wire side, it should be 10 to 12 feet. So that was the time when again waste wires will be there left and right. It used to overflow. Then there is a sluice tank, a sluice gate where you can open and do agriculture. Those are all days gone, sir. All are now, borewell connected things, sir. And nobody is sluiceless, nobody is doing irrigation. They are still in that style. I'm making a soup ball, increasing the water holding capacity of 3 times. For example, 2022, we had a flood. 23, no rain. 24 also expected there will be very less rain. 25 will have again flood. Whenever we get a best rains, we have to hold a water good quality and keep with us so that 2 to 3 years to slowly percolate and recharge the borewells. Entire Bangalore need about 2,680 MLD water per day, sir. 1,500 we are getting from KRS. Rest 4,85,000 borewells have been catering the Bangalore, and we have to recharge the aquifers. Otherwise, there is no option for us. So these are all the people, what they are talking about ecosystem, this and all. We have to take a call whether you want to build an ecosystem for birds, bees, butterflies only, or we have to survive people as a drinking water. That is the talks are going on, sir. And also, if you see any lake soup bowl is there, in that, see, generally, if you see minor irrigation tanks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is there. If you see soup bowl also, center it will be 18 feet. Then it goes to 8, 6, 2, 5, 1. Like that, it is also there for birds. We are created. So that was the design. This is the design of circular area for the birds, bees, butterflies ecosystem. That was the slope. Slope was kept to have a maximum water for irrigation. So there are a lot of conflicts going on, sir. We are trying to talk, and also we are bringing policy from central government now. These all Amrut 2 and other thing already policy is made. That policy once it comes, it gets approved, then automatically it will become normalized. That is what my feeling. Next 2 years we do it, sir.
Okay.
We have a few more questions. I think.
One
Dr. Jacob?
academic question.
Yes, sir, Mr. VC.
Mr.
1
Rao,
minute. Murli sir, Murli
Yeah,
sir, are you convinced with my answer first?
Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
If you are not convinced also, sir, you take my personal mobile number. I'll have a personal chat with you. I will also tell you, because it is a short time, I have to give a crisp answers. That is why I'm giving.
Nice.
So we'll
Detail
connect.
also we can explain to you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And
Dr.
one more academic question, Mr. Anand. See,
Sir.
suppose you have a full lake, okay, full of water,
Sir.
and out of it, some is getting recharged into the earth, some is
Sir.
getting evaporated back because of summer. What
Sir.
percentage of the water is available after 1 year? That's a simple question as a percentage.
Fantastic question. It's really very good question, sir. As per me, in a rainy season, lake has to have 95% of the water. Winter, it should fall down to 70. Summer, it should fall down to 60. That is the real ecosystem, right? So how we manage is that I shown you in a picture, sir. If you fully damage the Mother Earth, and heavy percolation will happen, and in summer there will not be water where there is a need, right? That is why 30% of the area I damaged Mother Earth. Slowly it will percolate and scatter, and 60% to 50 to 60% will be available in summer. So this is what the proportion, sir. And the evaporation rating, Bangalore is the best climate city, was now not, because we touched 35 to 36 degree. Earlier we were highest touching 24 degree. To control the evaporation rating, sir, we grow a lot of lotus. Lotus should not be 100% grown. Again, you will have a UV problem, right? So lotus should be put around 15 to 20% of the area where they reflect the heat, and they also maintain water cool. And also, if you avoid stone pitching, sir, you can also control the evaporation rating, because stones will get heat. They increase the water also heat and increase the evaporation rating, sir. So this is what I'm working, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
So Mohan, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Anand. It's very inspiring. I am Mohan, Chief Sustainability Officer for Bosch.
Thank you, sir.
So I am very inspired by your talk, because one of areas of intervention of Bosch in India is lake rejuvenation.
Sir.
So we have plant in Biddi, and we have done rejuvenation of few lakes there. We have some good experience, and also in Maharashtra in the Trambak region.
Sir.
So we look forward to, take your support, because this is one of the areas of intervention we are doing, and I can see a lot of areas where we can learn from you.
Thank you, sir.
So
It's
with us,
sir,
we have
mechanical engineer, sir. Mechanical, I don't know much, sir. You know what? From a farmers, villagers, practical lake, I did not operate through remote. I spent full of burn time and all, sir. Little bit learned, sir. There is no much knowledge.
no, from my experience, I can tell you one thing: if you have passion, passion for certain things, then nothing comes. It automatically you can do the best. So one of our colleague, Mr. Pundalik Kamath, he is responsible, and sometime we will get in touch with you. And great work. And I think we should also thank people who put you on the WhatsApp, where people can reach you. And many people know about you now today in Bangalore. And it's also for the right reason that we have severe problem in Bangalore. If it doesn't rain for next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll have severe problem even for drinking water.
Yes, we have.
So thanks a lot,
Thank
you for
We'll
sharing this.
Yes, sir. Will be.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Jacob Crust. So please go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Anand. It was a very amazing presentation.
Thank you, sir.
And I was really very much surprised when such kind of technical know-how people for rejuvenation of water are available here in Bangalore. How is that BBMP and BWC is keeping watch? My first point is, sir, Bangalore city itself is now struggling for water. You have a technology, you have a solution. How is that the BWCSB and BBMP are not using your technology and contacting you to supply water, and they said there is no water? Our borewells are gone dried up. It is because of the groundwater level has come down. But if I see within the Bangalore urban area, they declare that 150 lakes are there. Whereas if you go to Bangalore rural, in the area survey of say 25 kilometers or maybe 35 kilometers, there are plenty of lakes. Even today there is a water.
Sir.
And with your sewage transferring into a drinking water technology, I
Sir.
think this can do wonders. How
Sir.
is that they are not, utilizing your technology? So my suggestion to you, sir, I think along with the BCIC,
Sir.
you go to this BPMP and BWSSB, and when
Sir.
the BCIC comes behind you, I think
Sir.
you have a power that once you make a project, yes, this is the lake, these are the things you have a make a project, and with this project we will go to BWCC and BBMP, Tushar Girinath, we can bombard him.
Sir.
Please note, when BCIC takes a representation on this for rejuvenating the water, he has to listen and he has to adopt it. Since you said that you have faced a lot of problems to getting the whole thing sanctioned and done, I think through BCIC, if you use the BCIC, I think that can be done. And there's one more concept called adopting the lakes.
Sir.
BPMP has a project that
Sir.
these corporates can adopt the lake. With your technology, the lake is cleaned up and done that, and this kind of naturally done, and the corporate can adopt that and grow the flora and fauna there and maintain that. So this is one suggestion. And the second suggestion is the multi-story building.
Sir.
Where there are about, I think, 150 units less than sewerage plant is not required. Whereas
Sir.
more than 150, there are plenty of multi-story building in the Bangalore city. If they can adopt your technology and instead of putting a sewerage plant and do this kind of technology of this, so I think we have done it. Drinking water problem for another 5 years. There will not be any drinking water problem for Bangalore city. These are my suggestions, Anand. And Rupa, please circulate his contact details,
Yes,
mobile number and email, so that people will know about this and move forward and make Bangalore city plenty of water. That's my suggestion, Anand. Congratulations. Go ahead. BCS is with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Sir, we will take another 1 or 2 questions. Mr. Ishwar, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Anand. You have been doing commendable job. I'm from Toyota Kirloskar Motor. I had an opportunity to talk to you 15 days ago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we spoke to each other. So I was middle of this year ending, so we were busy. So that's why we could not contact. Thank you so much for this enlightening session. Even thanking BCIC also for organizing such a wonderful event. I have put a message here, so maybe next week we would like to have a one-on-one meeting with you.
Definitely.
Our entire team.
We'll do.
Maybe suitable time. You have my number.
Yes.
I put in the chatting, and the other day also you have saved it. So kindly give us a discussion time. So our environment team.
Definitely I'll come.
So our environment team, ourselves, we would like to meet up, maybe a suitable place for you, or if you are coming up to TKM, we would like to take you around and.
I'll come.
Thank you. So I will await for your timings. So accordingly we'll manage. Thank you so much, and wishing you all the best, and wishing the Bangalore also all the best for water resources. Thank you.
Work together and
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ishwar. Mr. Rao, over to you now, sir.
Yes. So,
Sir, just
Mr. Dwaraknath is there.
Dwaraknath,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Dwaraknath.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Dwaraknath, sir, you can go ahead.
You're on mute, Dwaraknath. You're on mute.
You can unmute, sir.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Sir, now
Yes.
it's okay.
Sir, really, it is commendable. Okay, maybe just I'm also earlier worked with the government as an advisor, and it is a really great social and environmental initiative. And really, congratulations for your personal efforts. Okay,
Thank you.
this is individual. You are taking as a one-man army and taking it to higher levels. Okay. I think what I suggest you make it a corporatization so that you can have a startup venture. And from India, it can come as a big surprise to the world. Okay. I think you have a global plans also. I think that really helps you to scale it up. One is to
Definitely.
scale it up organically within India and also outside. Okay. So if you make it, and you can also have enough funds will come, social funding can come, CSR funds can come to your place.
Correct.
And all these things will help you to move up in a bigger scale. Okay.
Definitely.
See, every effort requires a lot of money, and also in addition to your personal efforts are there, but your efforts are single focus. Maybe you need to develop an institution. Volunteers has to come in, and those people need to support you. Okay. Both a lot of challenges will be there. All those things needs to be recognized and how it has to be addressed. Okay. It is all your personal brilliance. Now you are doing all these things, resolving the issues, but it requires a lot of framework. Okay, governance framework is required to do this. How we need to address. Okay, so I think that really helps, and maybe you get a more leverage in upscaling your skills. Okay,
correct. True.
I think that really helps us. And definitely, I am also going to be joining you as a volunteer at least.
Thank you. Welcome.
And any public funding is required, you can also try to do that. Okay. Being I'm in the field, earlier I used to be there, but your initiative has really inspired me to join. Okay. Though I'm retired now, but really, thanks to you, very special thanks. And the BCIC also has done very nice this to bring this initiative to a lot of us. Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
Kindly share your coordinates, sir.
Yes, sir.
Really, we'll get in touch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And Mr. Anand, before I hand it over to Mr. G.V. Rao, I just want to say that under his guidance, leadership, under the aegis of our CSR expert committee, we have done more than 500 saplings. We have planted more than 500 saplings, and on a continuous basis, the committee has undertaken cleaning of the temple premises, the forest area of Banargata, Lalbagh, wherein it was a really eye-opener to many of them. And I think on behalf of the chamber also, and under the guidance of Mr. Rao, we would be happy to support your initiatives in any way, like volunteering or any other support. So that's what I wanted to say on behalf of the chamber. Sir, over to you, Mr. Rao now. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Rupa, and thanks, Mr. Anand. It's a very insightful and enlightening session, actually, and hats off to your, the passion and dedication. Otherwise this would not be possible. And a lot of learnings for all of us. This because at outset, as I said, it looks simple, but there's a lot of scientific, step-by-step approach work is there for lake rejuvenation. And there are a lot of good suggestions have come from members. I think, a lot of them will be quite useful for you and with this. And a lot of our members are very keen now, as you've seen, Bosch, Toyota and all. And also this is one area where we strongly feel we can collaborate. The companies can collaborate, we can come together. Because many times when there is a neighborhood first preference, if there is a lake in the neighborhood of that, so maybe 2-3 companies can come together, and depending upon the size of the project, they can collaborate and they can come and, this thing. And definitely, as Rupa and the rest of the members have recorded, there will be a good support will be extended from BCIC. We are also planning as a part of follow for this to engage with the government officials also to see this. We will also be like your ambassadors on this, and to facilitate the process, because our intention is to streamline this process, because more and more companies should come forward, and they should spend their CSR into this, instead of getting into the other mode of defensive that should we really get into, because it's something which we do not know the kind of delays it happen and complexities, and so we should get out of that situation. Whatever possible from BCIC, we will do that, even engaging with the government officials. And once again, thanks to you, and thanks to Rupa and Rajeshri and the entire secretariat team. Thanks, and we will share your comments.
Thank you, BCIC. Thank you for you and Rupa, madam, and all the members for spending your quality time with me, for Mother Earth. I'm very proud of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.